Hello, I'm Lindsay Torrico, and I'm honored to be here with Kate Blosveren, who was a co-founder of YEP-DC and YEP National, and also former president of YEP-DC. So thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
So we have a couple of questions for you. We know that you're working on this survey, YEP Voices survey. Tell us about that. What are some of the takeaways? Why are you doing the survey? And what are you learning?
Sure. Well, we are really excited that today we have released our first ever cross-YEP chapter national survey called YEP Voices, a report on and by the next generation of education leaders. And we, in the past we've surveyed our members to really understand what they want from YEP. This was a real opportunity to gather the voices, the diverse voices of the young education professional community and really amplify them, to understand what do they think about the major reforms of the day, what do they see as their career path, and what are the skills they need to really get to where they want to go when in the next decade we know that they are going to be the ones that are leading our education system as master teachers, as nonprofit leaders, as elected officials, as educational entrepreneurs, and so on. So it was a fantastic report. I encourage you all to look at it. We surveyed over 440 members across the country, and we found a couple things. One is we found a potential gap. Really interesting. We asked, looking at reforms, what reforms do young education professionals think hold the most promise to impact significant change? And then what do they think the likelihood of those reforms being implemented in the next 5 years? So teacher quality, teacher reform, teacher prep was one of the highest as far as having the biggest potential, but also had the biggest gap as far as likelihood of actually being implemented. Similarly, looking at higher ed access and affordability was another place where that potential gap was particularly large. So these are real areas that I think encourage us to look a little deeper, understand why that gap is there, and how we can really close it to have the biggest transformative change. We also, as I mentioned, asked about skills, understanding what people really need to feel like they want to advance. And people are very interested in getting more policy knowledge, both those in the classroom as well as those already in the policy space, as well as those in the research space as well. As far as also getting more, skills around how to do strategic planning, how to do organizational management, how to be effective leaders and managers. So it's a real call to action for YEP chapters to really help these individuals, as well as I would say employers, understand how to fill this skills gap.
Great. And what do you hope to get out of the conference today?
Well, I've already gone a lot out as far as having some great conversations with new, current people currently in my network, as far also adding to my network, both those that are also in the policy space like myself, but also some that are in the classroom, and really understanding their perspectives. Met some, a lot of new people to YEP-DC, so one hope is that this really helps expand our members, brings more into the fold, and helps sort of broaden that group of the next generation of education leaders.
All right, great. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Kate, and we'll see you all later.
Thank you.